Imagine you wake up with a toothache. At first, it's annoying. By the next day, it's painful. A week later, the pain is so intense you can barely eat. You haven't slept properly in days. Every bite feels like someone is driving a knife into your jaw. Normally, you'd call a dentist. But there's one problem. Dentists haven't been invented yet. Neither have antibiotics. Neither has anesthesia. And depending on where you live, this toothache might eventually kill you. So what do you do? To find out, let's see what happened if your toothache occurred in different civilizations throughout history. Imagine your toothache begins in ancient Egypt. The pyramids are already standing. The Nile floods every year. Life seems good, until your tooth starts hurting. The problem isn't sugar, it's bread. The stone mills used to grind grain leave tiny particles of sand and rock inside your food. Every day, your teeth grind against those particles, year after year. Eventually, your teeth wear down. The protective enamel disappears. The pain begins. You seek help. The local healer mixes honey, herbs, and minerals into a paste. You rub it onto the tooth. Maybe it helps. Maybe it doesn't. But one thing is certain. The pain isn't going away. And this is still one of the better outcomes waiting for you. But if your toothache occurred in Mesopotamia around 1800 BC, the explanation would be even stranger. The pain is worse. Your face is beginning to swell. You ask what causes toothaches. The answer surprises you. A worm? Not a metaphor, an actual worm. The local belief is that tiny creatures live inside human teeth. One ancient Sumerian story claims the toothworm begged the gods for a home. It was given a tooth and has been chewing on human mouths ever since. Everyone believes it. So your treatment focuses on killing the worm. Herbs are burned. Smoke is blown into your mouth. Strange mixtures are packed into the cavity. You sit there hoping the creature dies. The problem? There was never a worm. But nobody knows that yet. And your tooth continues to rot. And if you lived thousands of years earlier in what is now Pakistan, your options became even more extreme. Your pain becomes unbearable. You can no longer eat properly. Then someone offers a solution, a procedure. You sit down, open your mouth, and another human begins drilling into your tooth. Not with steel, not with electricity, with stone. It sounds impossible. But archaeologists have discovered evidence that people really were drilling teeth nearly 9,000 years ago. Long before writing, long before cities, long before recorded history. The procedure must have been agonizing. Yet people willingly endured it, which tells you something terrifying. The toothache was even worse. In the Greek and Roman world, people turned to a different solution. Your tooth survives. Unfortunately, the pain survives too. So you reach for one of humanity's oldest medicines, alcohol. The Greeks used wine. The Romans used wine. Medieval Europeans used wine. When in doubt, drink. The alcohol doesn't cure the infection. It doesn't repair the tooth. But for a few precious hours, the pain becomes easier to ignore. Then morning comes, and the toothache returns. Usually worse than before. If your toothache struck in medieval Europe around the year 1300, your fate often rested in the hands of a barber. Your toothache has become unbearable. At first, it was just a dull ache. Now the pain keeps you awake at night. Eating is difficult. The side of your face is swollen. And every day the pain gets worse. Eventually, you make a decision. The tooth has to come out. But there's a problem. Dentists don't really exist yet. Instead, you visit a barber surgeon, the same man who cuts hair, the same man who performs bloodletting, the same man who treats wounds from battle. And one of his most common procedures is pulling teeth. You sit down in his chair. He examines the tooth, then reaches for a metal instrument. There is no anesthesia, no numbing injection, no antibiotics, no sterile equipment, only brute force. The barber grips the tooth, then pulls. Pain shoots through your jaw. The sound echoes through your skull. For a moment, it feels as though your entire face is being ripped apart. Then suddenly, it's over. The tooth comes free. Blood fills your mouth. But for the first time in a month, the source of the pain is finally gone. At least if the infection hasn't already spread. You stumble home, believing the worst is over. The tooth is gone. The pain is gone. And for the first time in months, you feel relief. Then a few days pass. Your jaw begins to swell again. You develop a fever. Your face grows hot to the touch. The people around you become worried. Not because of the missing tooth, because they know what comes next. Throughout history, countless people survived the toothache, only to die from the infection. Nobody understands bacteria. Nobody knows why the infection is spreading. All anyone knows is that you are getting sicker. The swelling moves deeper into your jaw. The fever worsens. Breathing becomes more difficult. And there is very little anyone can do. It's easy to think of cavities as a minor inconvenience. But for most of human history, a rotten tooth could become a death sentence. Not because of the pain, not because of the extraction, but because of the invisible infection growing beneath it. An enemy no one could see. An enemy no one could stop. And that may have been the most terrifying part of all. If you enjoyed this journey through history, consider subscribing to Bizarre History Vault for more forgotten stories from the past.